And welcome back to Who Would Win. Today's Who Would Win comes to us from the Lost Ones, who asked the question, who would win a fight? Nicol Bolas, the dragon god himself, the god pharaoh, Sir Nicholas, and every other nickname he's ever had and title, versus King Ghidorah from the MonsterVerse version of Godzilla. And I'll tell you right now who wins that fight, before going in depth of why. Nicol Bolas wins that fight, hands down. Now, in terms of his size, Ghidorah's got a clear size advantage on Nicol Bolas. Nicol Bolas is large, but he's nowhere near Ghidorah's size. Ghidorah's around like 500 feet tall. But the problem here is that when you really break this fight down, Ghidorah would be a legendary creature in any plane. He might even be a mythic rare creature. But he's still just he's a monster. He's a creature. He'd be like a flying Hydra dragon thing. Because he's got biological powers, he can create hurricane force winds, he's durable enough to survive like the oxygen destroyer and multiple atomic pulses before the true atomic pulse or thermonuclear pulse Godzilla used basically incinerated him. And he could still be hurt by like Godzilla ripping heads off and stuff like that. But the problem here is that Nicol Bolas is a 25,000-year-old sorcerer dragon. If you want to ask the question, what is Nicol Bolas capable of doing? The answer is yes. Technically speaking, Nicol Bolas didn't have any actual limitations to what he was capable of doing. It's just the level of power he had was only so much, even though it was immense. Some of his most notable feats would be freezing time or altering time magic. Capable of multiple energy type effects, including breathing fire as he is a dragon. High levels of telepathy. One of his notable features unique to him was his touch, which allowed him to basically affect the mind. Basically, he could drive someone mad just by touching them. So there's that as well. Conjuring, necromancy, you name it, Nicol Bolas is capable of doing it. Now, again, Ghidorah would be an extremely powerful creature in terms of Magic the Gathering. But ultimately, looking at some of Nicol Bolas' cards, for example, they all usually have a destroy target card effect, which means Ghidorah would probably, if that is translated into an ability Bolas actually has, which you should usually generally interpret it as such, then, yeah, there's nothing Ghidorah could really do against Bolas. If Bolas really wanted to, he could just teleport Ghidorah to some other place and just decapitate him head by head, and then he's dead. He could easily just break Ghidorah's mind or subjugate Ghidorah, honestly. He could easily just freeze him in time, rend him in space, incinerate him using some sort of like disintegration technique or whatever. There's not much Bolas couldn't do one-on-one. In a one-on-one fight, the only real threat he ever had was Ugin. And if you read The War of the Spark, which I've read the sequel book, which is, I'll be honest, it's actually a much better read than the original book. I like the original book, but that one's a better read. Think words here. Liliana was able to kind of overwhelm him, but that's because there was a whole bunch of circumstances laid out for Liliana to take advantage of that. And even then, she wasn't stronger than him. She just got lucky. Gideon also got lucky, basically. It was a combination of people together able to take Bolas down. Unfortunately, there was no single individual who went one-on-one with Bolas who could actually match him. The closest would be Ugin, and even Ugin knew he couldn't truly match Bolas. So while King Ghidorah is extremely powerful, it would be cool to see him in different matches. Unfortunately, Bolas completely curbstomped Ghidorah. He really does. Now, granted, if this is one of those things where maybe he's trying to subjugate the MonsterVerse Earth or whatever, and Ghidorah randomly comes out of the fray and does maybe like a sneak attack from the distance and maybe tries to overwhelm Bolas, Bolas might be taken aback by the amount of power Ghidorah has, but ultimately Bolas would just use a spell and just end him there. So I gotta give it to Nicol Bolas. That being said, Ghidorah would probably put up at least an okay fight, but ultimately he is nothing more than a giant monster. An intelligent monster, but a giant monster nonetheless, and powerful. But again, just a monster compared to a 25 millennia year old sorcerer wizard dragon. So yeah, winner is Nicol Bolas in this one. But Maybe if you disagree, that's cool if you do. Let me know in the comments below if you think how or why Ghidorah could win. Until then, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. As always, who wants to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know. We'll do a review of it at some point. Ideas for who would win, Star Wars, Superhero Magic, what if, anything I do on the channel. Put that in the comments below. Let me know. I'll get to that at some point. Until then, thanks for watching. I got another video to do.